First one off the side.
Those are the ones that are going to count later on going down on the stretch.
Number 2 on the way now. And that one's a good one. One more, of course. It's a 3-point foul.
Usually it's the third one is when you get 3 of the free throws.
Slippery Rock, a team that's actually shooting rather well from the line as a team so far here. 8th in the conference. About 72% they shoot as a team. You can't necessarily get away with fouling them every time, as they do go 1 of 3 in that attempt there. (24-22) the Vulcan advantage so far in this one. Back up towards the top. Vulcans spread out well here on this offensive possession. Alston looking for something, draws the double back out. Not much time for the Vulcans. 5 in the shot clock. They'll fire away from 3 on the far side and drop it through.
Luke is shot that one from the river lot.
27-22. Vulcans with the lead. The Rock back to work on the offensive effort here. Had a breakdown a bit there. The Cal U on defense, when they were lucky to force a miss. Collins taking the contest and dropping it in. One more coming up at the line for Collins.
Got the shooter's touch on that one, and they left him wide open on that one. And looked like a long lead pass on the football field. Well, as he makes that one.
Zion Collins at the line. The 74.6% shooter. The chance for one more is a good one. The old-fashioned three-point play works in. Was off the first personal for Frankie Hughes. Only number 2 on the Rock here in the first half. Both teams playing very foul conscious so far in this one.
Yeah, both teams playing very disciplined so far.
Rock on their way inside. Bouncer off the glass is no good. They do get another offensive rebound. Second chance opportunity. That one's good.
That'll be Frederick getting back on the board again, the senior from Butler High School.
Got to watch out for him. 6'6", 220 down there. Definitely a force to contend with trying to get those boards. Collins up top. Another three-point chance. Almost had a chance to get the bouncer there, but it falls back to the Rock here. 9:15 and running in the first half, if you're just joining us. Kick out towards the near side, looking for a three-point opportunity for the Rock. Back up top, and now they'll fire away. The long ranger, good. It's Britt again. Haven't called his name in a little bit here, but he's back to it once again.
Yeah, that 2-3 zone motion offense is working for the Rock right now. Oh, and they're going to that 1-3-1 trap here on defense.
And Britt with 9 so far for the Rock, the second leading scorer on the team. Alston back to it here. It'll bounce off. It's loose. Someone's trying to claim this one. Anybody here. It looks like Rock might have it. Still loose.
And
plenty of fight there for that ball. You love to see the energy. Looks like we'll have a foul registered out of that. It'll be Bryson Lucas picking up his first, and only the second here on the Vulcans in the first half.
We're going to get a substitution here for Slippery Rock as number 20. Looks like number 20, Clifford's going to check back into the game for the Rock.
30-27, the Vulcan lead here. Loose ball. Alston trying to track this one down.
Going to get another sub for Slippery Rock. It'll be last on Lindsay. Number 2 on your scorecard. Checking in for the first time.
Batted up there. Good hands off the inbounds. Looks like they'll force them to try it again.
Yeah, Boswell getting some air and knocking into the second row there. Oh, and it looks like the fans that are sitting there saying, we're going to move.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Go ahead and get out of the way there, else you might catch the next one.
Actually, I think that was the women's basketball team for Cal U sitting there or moving out of the way.
Rock looking for 3 here. Alston, falling forward, ends up with Collins. Pegram up top. Playing with a lot of energy so far in this one. Back around they work. Perimeter near side 3 opportunity. Bouncer high, and Alston had it for a moment there. Big collision under the basket, and back the other way it will go with the Rock.
Yeah, Boswell just knocked that one right up and out of bounds trying to snare it, but had a little too much English on it.
Under 8 minutes left to go here in the first half of this one. 7:55 and running, a 30-27 Cal U lead. Rock down within the paint here, looking for something. Odd take there, perhaps looking for a foul. Duke getting it back, another try, bouncer off the front, loose, and Alston pulls that one down. Bit of a breakdown there for the Rock. They were down low. Had Lindsay trying to put that one up off the glass. Kick out for Pegram, looking for three. Off the front, bouncer, and the Rock claims this one. Bit of a stalemate so far here. Haven't seen a basket in a little over a minute, you could say. I'm sure that will change momentarily. Here's a three, maybe that'll be the one, and I should probably stop talking here. That might have jinxed it.
That's the first time we've seen a tie in a while. Well, since this game got started, they had 30 all.
Both of these teams playing well at the right time of the season here. Here's Collins back out for Pegram. Pegram surveying. Good defense here from the Rock on this possession. Really making it difficult. Collins fires away with 4 on the shot clock. Tracked down by the Vulcans. They can try it again here. Both of these teams winning 4 games in a row respectively on their schedules, and a throw down there. Bryson Lucas with the hops.
Jam City.
32-30. Vulcans back on top here, but Johnny, this is the right time of year if you start putting the wins together heading into the conference tournament, and one of these teams looking to make their way into the NCAA tournament for sure. But of course the Rock can find their way in as well if they make their run through the PSAC tournament. You never know what can happen. And
that's not going to be an easy feat with Cal U and IUP both playing very good basketball right now.
There's some great teams on the eastern side too here. Fantastic conference to play basketball in, lots of talent across the board. Out of the near side, 3 look for the Vulcans. Wide left on that. Bouncer goes back to the Rock. 5:54 and running in the first half of this one. Stepping in, and high floater there. That is quite the finish, and you got to tip your cap there on that one. Bobby Clifford, number 20.
And I wasn't sure on that one as we get all tied up again. But I thought we were going to see a block there by Phil Alston.
All square at 32 again. Collins cross-court pass. Back to Pegram. He'll try another 3 look here. Bouncer off the side, and looks like the Rock will come down with it.
And Cal U not doing too well from the 3-point line. It's not been nice to him so far. 5 of 16 so far in the game.
Time continues to wind here in the first half of this one. 5:10 and running. Second matchup between these two teams. A lot at stake here in the final week of the regular season, heading into the conference tournament next week. So we had a foul called in the process there as Alston was trying to shuffle that ball forward.
Yeah, Phil was trying to get it through, but looks like someone got.
Team's third. This is our 8 minutes.
Looks like it will be Amante Britt picking that one up first for him, and the third on the Rock here in the first half. Let's take a look at some of these highlights here, Johnny. It's been a great one so far.
Yeah, starting off with Brent Pegram driving the lane, beating a couple defenders and getting the easy bucket there. And then the 3 from Bryson Lucas in the corner. As he shot that one way downtown. And then Collins with the bucket and the foul. Oh, he would make the foul shot afterwards. And then Slippery Rock, they've been having a field day from the 3-point line. And here's the first of 5 so far that they've made. And then the little dump off, give and go. Oh, for 3. Here from Slippery Rock. And here we go. Oh, the give and go. Oh, to Bryson Lucas to throw that one down into Jam City. And here we saw this one moments ago, Colin. And the little old fake, the 3. And he pull up jumper. And got the high floater to go. Oh, and that's where we sit at now. Oh, and also, let's take a time in here, Colin, to talk about the the CUTVE and Friends podcast.
Lots of great stuff there to check out. It's definitely worth your look at any time when you get a chance here. My personal favorite, the Caton's Corner episode featuring myself.
Of course, it's everything that goes on with WCAL. Cal Times. You can follow it on Apple Podcast or Spotify. or wherever you may be able to get your podcast at.
I'm sure we'll see some stuff here from you in the near future as long as the MLB gets sorted out. Some more bringing the heat.
Yeah, hopefully here soon, but we'll talk about that later on.
4:50 left to go here and winding in the first half. Pegram with the ball for the Vulcans, all square at 32 apiece.
Looks like Slippery Rock changing up the defense here, or going with a 2-3 zone.
Defense that you can shoot your way out of here. Collins can't get that one. It was halfway through there and somehow popped right back out.
Couldn't get the royal flush on that one.
Rock continuing to hold on to this one here, looking to break the tie and get things back into their favor. Rock has not led in this one, but just as they drop that in for two, they take their first lead of the ball game, 34-32.
Yeah, good ball movement and good drive of the lane there for Slippery Rock.
A couple touch passes here. It looks like a foul called on the floor. Quite the collision between those two.
And Pegram going up for a shot. Oh, but that's going to be number 20.
Media timeout.
That'll be Bobby Clifford getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar once again.
First for Clifford, and that will be the fourth on the Rock here in the first half. Johnny, we talked about it a little bit here. The regional rankings starting to make their way out here towards the end of the season. First one very important here, Cal U making an appearance.
Yeah, and the new ones will be coming out here shortly this week. Cal U, who's ranked 5th right now behind UPJ, Fairmont State, West Liberty, and IUP. You got two of the top schools in the country in this region.
Number 2, West Liberty sitting in the second spot right now, and they are quite a tall task to beat. Fairmont State playing great as well. Those two played an instant classic back on Saturday from Fairmont. It was an overtime win for West Liberty in that one, but a whole lot of fun to watch that.
Yeah, and from what I understood, and Fairmont playing a little short-handed with only 7 guys on the roster after a couple injuries. So the fact that Fairmont was able to pull off a big win like that, or excuse me, West Lib was able to sneak away with the win in a tough place to play in Fairmont State.
Those two might get together again here in the Mountain East Conference Championship or anywhere close to that, depending on how the final week of this NCAA Division II men's basketball regular season shakes out.
And speaking of conference and standings, let's take a look at here again. Cal U, who's just ahead of Slippery Rock by a few games in the PSAC West, is where we're marching down the final week. UPJ sitting idle tonight. Cal U sneaks out a win, and they jump into 3rd place, and then they'll see second place Mercyhurst on Wednesday. So by the end of the day, Cal U could in theory, be sitting in second, and by the end of the week.
Vulcans don't necessarily have the easiest schedule to close out the regular season here. Of course, this one today, and then Mercyhurst here on Wednesday should be a great one. Mercyhurst, a top 25 team in the country. And of course, you close your season out at Gannon, the Hammerhill Center, formerly known as. Never an easy place to play. Make there by the Vulcans, tying it all back up at 34 apiece. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half here. Slippery Rock really giving Cal U a run for their money here. Retry onto the outside. Way too long, but that one another offensive rebound for the Rock here. Back out, another 3 chance off the side bouncer. Fighting for that. It looks like a foul on the floor here.
I think they're going to get Boswell on the call for that one.
Zion Collins, actually. Second for him, 3rd for the Vulcans here in the first half. It's like a quick sub here for Cal U. It's going to be Bryson Lucas, number 2, back on here. Rock's got the ball back, looking to move things here. Looking to shake Alston loose, had an opportunity at it. Missed off the front, and Pegram comes up from behind with the block.
That'll be his 3rd block of the season.
It's not easy to get a block from behind there on a player in Lindsay who's 6'8".
And Pegram, who's not the tallest guy on the
5'11".
For going up and making the block.
Rock, however, getting it off the inbound and splashing home a 3. 37-34. They take the lead back. Second time they've led so far in this one.
Had a couple of lead changes so far this game.
See if the Vulcans can tie things up here, get back within 1. Great movement so far, looking for a 3 on the outside. Too much on it. The Rock pulls it down. Looking to catch a screen and shed there. Still holding on to this one, kick around. Was Hughes holding it now with a swing it back up top. 2:20 left to go in the first half of this one and running. Pulling up another contested 2-look. Bouncer off the right. Had a chance there at an offensive rebound. Goes off the Rock, so Vulcans will get it back. Looks like one quick sub here for SRU.
Yeah, it'll be Isaiah or Roger checking into the game for the Rock.
It's actually going to be Jonathan McFall, number 4, hopping back into the ball game here.
Excuse me. Yeah, I misread the number on the jersey.
Hey, no problem here. Numbers are difficult sometimes.
Yeah, especially from up at this vantage point.
Back across, then the Rock comes off with a pick here. Off to the races they go. Look for the power slam, perhaps. The drop off, and it looks like they'll step to the line for 2 here.
Yeah, had the easy basket, but was trying to get fancy, and then Phil Alston said, I'm not letting you do that in my gym.
Bryson Lucas picking up number 2 and the 4th on the Vulcans here in the first half, sending the Rock back to the line.
Tyler Frederick at the line, 2 shots.
It's Tyler Frederick at the line, number 33. First time this evening at the line for him so far here. Shooting 73.5%. Vulcan faithful doing their darndest here to force him to miss, but he drops that one in.
I actually think that's our guest here tonight, calling on the far side as the Cal High boys basketball team is here tonight.
Here comes number 2 at the line for the Rock. They lead 38-34, looking to tack on one more, and they sure can. Make it 39-34. Only a minute 50 left in the first half here.
Calu's got to get something going here. Here to get some momentum to go in the locker room with.
Vulcans work the ball around here. On top of 3 try this time. Calu straight through on that one. Dylan Borden, number 10, one of the new check-ins, dropping into 3, getting it back to within 2.
That was a big one there. There's Borden checked into the game. He's been a 3-point shooter all season off the bench for the Vulcans.
Rock up close, off the back there, fighting off the same. Alston pulls it down. Catching some contact through and through, back up for Pegram at the top, and they'll shuffle their way inside. And highly contested look there, missing the first one. Pegram gets it back, still loose. Everyone batting this one around, still trying to fight for it, and the Rock pulls it in.
And I wasn't sure who was going to come down with it.
Yeah, tough to get a hand on that one here. The Rock looking to walk the line here. They'll actually reverse things quickly back up towards the top. Stepping their way inside. Went for the lob shot off the front, missing that one. Here's the Vulcans looking to stretch the floor and picked off again. Really starting to push things here in the final minute of this one. 38 seconds and running before we hit the halftime mark.
Yeah, McFall, just a little bit taller than Pegram there.
3 try, good for the Rock. It's Bobby Clifford making that one. Rock on top, 42-37 now. Looks like Calu will opt for a timeout here. Only 26 seconds left on the first half clock here.
Yeah, Coach Sanko going to talk things over here for a minute. As we take a look one more time at those team leaders here, Colin and Phil Alston, and leading the team in points per game, a little over 20 points. Points is also in rebounds at 10.5. Pegram leads the team in assists and steals, averaging about 4 assists a game and about 2 steals a game as well. And then Boswell leading the team in minutes per game at 36.
Check out the Rock team leaders here. A couple of great players on this team.
Yeah, it's leading scorer Hughes averaging 16 points a game. Frederick with 10 rebounds a game right now. Britt leads the team in assists, and once you know, Hughes is at the top there in steals as well, with averaging about 2.
Back to it here, Pegram with it. Vulcans can have the last possession of the first here. Shot clock's off for the final 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Still with Pegram on the near side. 4, 3. He'll fire away. Long ranger. Can't even hit the rim on that one. Rock get it back here. They'll fling it from midcourt. Way too high on that one. Bounces off the shot clock, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of this one. The Rock taking the lead into the locker room here. 42-37, Johnny.
Yeah, something we don't own here too often. And usually Cal U is the one running away with this one. We haven't seen the Vulcans trailing at halftime since IUP was here.
Hard to believe here, but it was a fun first half, and I'm sure the second half is going to be even better. Stay tuned here for the halftime show with our good friend Johnny coming up. You're listening to Vulcans basketball here on 91.9 FM WCAL, CUTV on YouTube, the PSAC network, and anywhere else you're tuning into this one.
Vulcan basketball is back at Bloomsburg, at East Stroudsburg, women at Bowie State, men home versus Carlow, home versus Westchester, home versus Millersville, home versus Kutztown, home versus IUP, at UPJ, at Shepherd, home versus Slippery Rock, at Edinburgh, at Clarion, at Mercyhurst, home versus Gannon, home versus Seton Hill, at Slippery Rock, home versus Pitt Johnstown, women at Salem, at IUP, home versus Edinburgh, at Seton Hill, home versus Clarion, home versus Mercyhurst, at Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1, on the PSAC Digital Network, and at calvulcans.com.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center here as Cal U trails for the first time in a long time at home to Slippery Rock 42-37. And the Rock leading it. Take a look here at the conference standings right now, folks. These are the standings prior to these earlier matchups. So, starting off here, IUP has locked up the number 1 spot for the PSAC tournament next week, followed by in second place Mercyhurst, who's sitting idle tonight. UPJ in third, Cal U in fourth, and Slippery Rock in fifth. Gannon locking up their playoff spot with a win earlier tonight. Over Clarion, and followed by Edinburgh, Clarion, and Seton Hill to round out the rest of that. Moving over now to the regional rankings, as Cal U, who currently 5th place right now. Oh, we're waiting on those rankings to come out yet today. Is still Cal U sitting in 5th place, trailing behind UPJ, Fairmont State, and West Liberty and IUP. With Fairmont and UPJ both taking big losses last week. So we're going to wait to see where they move and who's going to be in the top 8 into the playoffs come next week. We'll find out with that later. Moving on now, we're going to take a look at scores around the PSAC. He's starting off with East Stroudsburg running away with this one against Lockhaven, 64-39. And over at Mansfield, old in Shippensburg at the half, Shippensburg leads Mansfield 44 or 234. Or up at IUP, we're waiting on an update from them still. As they started a little bit later. Over there at Bloomsburg, this one going final now as Kutztown on the Golden Bears get a major win over the Mountaineers of Mansfield, 101-93. The Westchester and Millersville also duking it out tonight. And that one has also gone final as Millersville beats Westchester 74-72, your final score. Or there. Also gone excuse me, those are the wrong games there, as the only other games on the docket that were be noted, as I said, Gannon beat Clarion 79-65, and Shepherd defeats Bloomsburg 88-76. When we come back, folks, we'll take a look at the halftime stats here on CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC network, or Facebook Live, even 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back here to the grounds of the Convocation Center. Cal U trailing the Rock 42-37 here. And while we got a moment to take a look here again at the team leaders, starting off with the Vulcans. And as we saw, Cal U, Phil Alston leading in points per game and rebounds. Brent Pegram leading the team in assists and steals. Preston Boswell all leading the team in minutes. Moving over now onto Slippery Rock's team leaders. There's as Hughes leads the team in scoring, 16 points per game. Frederick with 9.2 rebounds. Britt also here with 119 assists on the season. Hughes also leads the team in steals, and then Britt has the minutes per game. Now we're going to take a look at the halftime stats here. Cal U being outshot by Slippery Rock. Both teams taking 35 shots. Slippery Rock 16 of 35. Cal U 15 of 35. From beyond the arc, Slippery Rock has the advantage of that department, as they're 7 of 12. Cal U 6 of 20, so only 30% and three-pointer shooting for the Vulcans. Cal U's 1 for 1 from the free throw line, and Slippery Rock is 3 of 5. The Rock is also out rebounding Cal U 24-16, 8 offensive rebounds and 16 defensive rebounds to Cal U's 4 offensive boards and the 12 defensive ones. We've had 3 ties in the game so far. The largest lead for the Vulcans so far has been 9. For Slippery Rock has been 5 points. Cal U and Slippery Rock have combined for 5 turnovers in the game. And the Vulcans have had 8 points off the bench so far, as well as 1 block. And over in the steals department, both teams are tied at 2 apiece. Brent Pegram leads the team in scoring right now with 12 points in the game, followed by Zion Collins with 10. But they are not the leaders and scorers, as Frederick Hughes is the leading, or Frankie Hughes, excuse me, is the leading scorer of the game right now with 17 points in the game. Leading rebounder goes to Cal U, who goes to Hughes as well. Excuse me. Phil Alston and Keith Pallick both have 4, or Hughes Tyler Frederick was 7 in the game. But we're going to take a quick break, folks. When we come back, we'll have the halftime highlights here for you on COTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, or Facebook Live, and 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
If you are looking for a Christian club that features Bible study and spiritual nourishment, then come find your family with New Life Cal U. Swing by Oasis every Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Natali 321 to explore faith through Bible study, games, and fellowship. Or stop by Converge on Thursdays at 7 p.m. in the Natali Rotunda to make friends and enjoy life through casual hangouts. Everyone is welcome. Connect with New Life Cal U at www.newlifecalu.com/connect.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to check out the CUTV and Friends podcast. This has the coaches show, Peyton's Corner, and more. And once baseball gets back underway, I'll have my show back in bringing the heat. But let's take a look here at some halftime highlights, starting off with Zion Collins for three as he shoots that one from the top of the key. And then here comes Brent Pegram for three as well, one of his many three-pointers he's had in the game so far. And wouldn't you know, here comes Zion Collins with the little step-back jumper from the free throw line, and for two. Moving on as we see here, Pegram once again, and getting some good airtime from three, drains that one. And then a quick pass from Pegram to Boswell for three. Good. And then another one from Collins for three. He way out there, or shot that one from over by the library, I think. Gets that one to go. Followed by another one in front of Pegram as he drives the lane in with the reverse layup up for two. And Keith Palak would also getting on the board here. Drives the lane with the finger roll. Makes it look so easy. And Phil Alston, of course, had to get on the board as well as he drives the lane, puts up the jumper, tickles the twine, and gets that one to go. And then here we come back as Pegram drives the lane for two. Good. And then here we see Lucas for three in the corner. Gets that one to go. Then Collins drives the lane and gets that one and to go on the toilet bowl flush and gets that one to roll in the bucket. It would be good, and the foul. And here's the give and go to Bryson Lucas and throws that one down to Jam City. And then here we go again with Brent Pegram getting some contact there. Step back jumper, or count it. And then the block in the game where there wasn't Phil Alston. And as we see a little tip there by Palak, and then that one knocked out of the hand away by Pegram. And then back on offense, and as we see Collins, Borden getting on the board with 3 points. Those are your halftime highlights. We'll come back here, Colin and I will have the second half of action as Cal U looks to get cut into this lead and take the win back, or take the lead back, because they keep pushing forward in the playoffs here on CUTV, CUT Sports 1, the PSAC network, or 91.9 FM, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network, and Facebook Live.
The Cal U Cupboard connects students to information, services, and resources both on and off campus while providing free items such as food, school supplies, personal hygiene items, and more to our students. Visit our 2 locations at the Vulcan Village Clubhouse and Itali Student Center, or for a contactless option, visit bit.ly/CalU Cupboard to request food or give donations. For important Cal U information, community resources, and our how-to series, follow at Cal U Cupboard on Instagram and the campus-wide announcements.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
And welcome back here, moments away from the start of the second half between Cal U and Slippery Rock. Two PSAC West foes battling it out for the second time this season in the last week of the regular season, getting ready for the PSAC tournament, Johnny.
Yeah, Cal U fighting to get into the top two or that first round by a Slippery Rock, just trying to improve their seeding right now.
Rock with the first possession of the second half, and we are off and running here. See which team wants it more. Around the world they go here. Far side three look. Bouncer. Rock with another offensive rebound here. Brought that up in the first half, Johnny. One of the leaders in the country in offensive rebounding. They continue to prove wise. They've really got a nose for that basketball.
Yeah, and that's their first of the half and ninth in the game.
Good fake there on the way in. Drop in for two. That's number 33 cutting towards the hoop, Tyler Frederick.
Yeah, I got Pegram on the bite on that one, on the fake. And he had an easy lane to the bucket.
44-37, Rock on top. They didn't lead in this ball game until late in the first half. And they're continuing to hold on to things here as a travel call. Looks like Pegram took one too many steps before he could fire that one away.
They're going to say he hug his pivot foot behind him, and that's what they're going to get him with it.
Back to the Rock here. They work things around towards the near side of the floor. Long three chance again. Wide left. Pegram pulls it down. On to the inside. Vulcans can't get that one. Back to the Rock here. Really an interesting game when you get a chance. You don't see this very often, but of course, two athletes of the week here for the PSAC going up against each other right now, as that one bouncer off the front dropped in for two.
Yeah,
and that is one of the players of the week there.
Amani Britt. It's been in on there a couple of times this season along with Phil Alston.
Both of them going head to head here. 46-37, Rock with the lead here. Vulcans looking for a three, cut into it here. Bouncer, and the Rock pulls down the rebound.
Just can't get anything to fall for him right now. All 0 for the start or at the second half.
Long two. That one doesn't hit anything. Not sure where that one will go. Looks like the Vulcans will get the ball here.
And that one just tipped out off the hand of one of the Slippery Rock players. And there's Cal U, who needs to take advantage of this possession. They're down by 9. They need a basket here.
Take a 2 or a 3, anything to really cut into this. Pegram looking for a 3. Alston pulls down the board. He'll go up, and a chance for one more at the line for Alston.
And that's the momentum shifter we were looking for. Phil Alston in the big man. As we take a look at that replay again here, Colin. And we see the quick play. Alston goes back up, gets the contact on the back of the arm. Bucket goes, and now he's at the line and shooting one.
Alston, a 65.3% shooter, missing that one off the side. So they'll settle for just the 2 here. That coming off the second foul on Amante Britt. Only the first here on the Rock in the second half. 17-36 and running if you're just joining us here in this one. On to the outside. Shuffling their way through, taking a tumble, passing that one back off here, and they'll get a mid-range 2 to fall. Not exactly how they drew that one up, but I'm sure the Rock will take the 2 on that. They lead 48-39. Hot passing here for Cal U, looking for some chance with it. Back out far side 3. That one's tipped and blocked away. Still loose underneath the basket. Swung back up top for Pegram. He'll try a 3 stepping into this one. Got it!
And Pegram's got the touch now. Cutting this lead down to 6. Was trying to get at the foul to get the 4-point play, but nothing going there for him.
Something you don't get to mark on your bingo card for basketball very often. A chance at a 4-point play and a foul call.
Well, Vulcan's not liking that foul call there. Bryson Luke, or excuse me, and Keith Pallick barking at the refs, but they're not going to have any of it.
Phil Alston picking up his first there, and the first on Cal U here in this second half. Quick inbound for the Rock, and they'll drop it in for 2. And caught the matchup napping there. Bobby Clifford cut towards the basket and was able to drop that one in quickly. 50-42. Rock with the lead. 3-try. Pegram again. A lot on that one off the back. Rebound Vulcans. Collins with it near side. On in, shuffle, loose, and looks like it'll be a last touch by the Rock here.
Yep, got a tip there by Frederick, knocked out of bounds, so the ball stay here with Cal U with 15 on the shot clock.
Quick lob in there. Couple of moves around. And Zion Collins holding out of this one. Time winding down here on this possession. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2. Loose ball back to the Rock here. Plenty of numbers up the floor and laid in for 2.
Could have went to anyone on that play. Hey, and they would have probably scored on that one.
Jonathan McFall makes it 52-42. Rock with a 10-point lead here on the road. Both these teams winning 4 games straight. Somebody's winning streak has to come to an end here. 3-point miss there. Alston comes down with the rebound. He'll shuffle his way on forward, stepping in. Lots of contact. Can't finish. Gets it back, however. Get the third. There it is. He gets it off the bounce there.
Yeah, third time's the charm.
Couple rebounds to add there.
But hey, that's 2 more offensive boards to add to Cal U's total. Up to 8 now in the game. And actually, excuse me, after the second tip there, but Alston and makes it 9. So 9 for both teams in the game. Most of them coming in the second half here for Cal U.
52-44, the Rock with the lead here. In the all-time series between these two here, as missed right up close. I think they were looking for a dunk perhaps and stepping up, and now things getting chippy here. Foul called. Pegram got it back, was trying to push up the floor. Originally after the missed dunk by Frederick, I think it popped out of his hand on the way up.
Yeah, Cal U, as we take a look at the history here, 9-19 Cal U's record all-time against Slippery Rock. Because we get to take a look at some of these highlights here. Here are Colin first off with the layup from Slippery Rock on that little give and go by Fredericks, and then the pull-up jumper here earlier on in the half, followed by Phil taking in the contact, makes the bucket and gets the extra foul there. And then here we saw all the deep 2 in the corner here from Slippery Rock, and way downtown for Pegram for 3, gets that one to go, and right underneath the hoop to get the inbound play up and good for Slippery Rock. And then we watched that 4-on-2 play that we had moments ago, and then here we go. A couple tips there by Phil Alston and to get them to go. Let's take a look here one more time at the conference standings. Cal U, who with the win would probably move into 3rd after the tiebreaker against UPJ with the big win last Monday. Moving them up in the rankings.
A lot of great teams in the West, Johnny. A lot of great basketball being played here, and of course another great game coming up here Wednesday evening from the Convo Center. Mercyhurst coming to town. Top 25 team in the country, should be a good one. Vulcans beat them on the road the first time, looking for the season sweep against the Lakers.
That'd be a big win, and possibly could put Cal U in 2nd place there in the conference standings.
Quick check. If you missed it here towards the end of that, before we hit that media timeout, Frankie Hughes picking up his 2nd personal, the 2nd on the Rock here in this half. Alston up against 1, and a foul called on the way up, so Phil back at the line here. LaShawn Lindsay picking up his first here, 3rd on the Rock in this half. Alston back at the line. 0 of 1 so far this evening from the charity stripe. Number 1 finds its way through. One more coming up for number 1.
These are going to be big going forward. Every free throw is going to count going down the stretch.
And up and through. Vulcans 9th in the conference in free throw shooting just about 72%, 71.9 actually on the sheet here as a team from the stripe. Right behind Slippery Rock, who is 8th. 14:38 and running here in the second half. Just hopping into this one, 52-46. Rock with the lead. Step back, off the front. Long lob here for Collins up the floor. Steps up and drops it through. Good court vision there from Pegram to find that one.
we've seen it is from Pegram and Collins all season. And that long lead pass, one of them it's free and just an easy two.
52-48, the Rock lead. 3 try now, stepping into it. Roller off the back. A lot of collision there under the basket. Vulcan's lucky enough to get that one back here. On up, Alston. Jump, step back, bounce off the side. Punched up in the air, still fought for. Looks like fought off there by 2 members of the Rock. Got to realize you're on the same team. They've got it, and back they go the opposite way. An off-ball movement here in this possession for the Rock. Around they go, working deep into this possession. Under 10 on the shot clock here, 5, and they'll fire away long ranger, good.
Once again, Hughes getting on the scoreboard. He's been probably the most dangerous shooter. He's got 20 in the game now, leading all scorers.
55-48, and look at the muscle there.
Let's take a look at that last play.
Gonna have to see that twice.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, asking you shall receive. There's the slam and the foul. By a slippery rock. Phil Alston going back to the line again and try to complete the 3-point play.
Jonathan McFall picking up his first personal, number 4 on the Rock here. Alston gets it to fall, so the old-fashioned 3 is a good one.
With the
Think of it here as style points after dropping that one in. You get +1, or at least a chance for +1 after throwing it down like that.
And that's brought the crowd alive now. I'll call it. With Cal U only down 4 points.
55-51. Rock looking to add 3 from a deep shot there. Can't get that one. Alston pushing the floor up for Collins again. Great find and drop it in. I think they'll actually call a foul on that one here. So a chance of one more for Collins now.
A bucket in the foul. Oh, let's look at that one again. And it's starting all the way back here with the rebound owned by Phil Alston. Gets the ball. Oh, long lead pass up the court. Collins then's got some contact as he was hit on the back shoulder. Didn't matter. That one was going to go. It's going to cut the lead down to 2. 55-53. Your score.
Collins at the line here. 1 of 1 so far. And he is good off of Frankie Hughes' 3rd personal foul and the 5th here on the Rock in this half. A lot more fouls to be had for the Rock here in the second half compared to the first. Played very conservative here and really starting to amp it up.
Yeah, completely
not
different
be for
game.
The better, though.
Completely different game that we saw all from earlier on, and where both teams were really disciplined. And now Slippery Rock getting themselves in a little bit of trouble.
They're up by 1, 55-54. Couple bounce passes here down to 5 for the Rock. 4, 3, 2, 1. They need something. Got it off at the buzzer, looking for a tip back. Up and good. It's Frederick again, number 33.
Frederick, that 6'6" senior, unstoppable out there. It seems as that one was telegraphed.
They got it back here. Rock stepping on up the floor and heads up. Quite a collision there. I understand you're going in there trying to get things moving. A couple of people calling for a jump ball and a tie-up here. Just want to make sure everyone's all right underneath the basket. A couple players slow to get up here, and it looks like everyone pops back up out of that collision.
They're going to call a foul on Pegram for that one. But that was a rough collision. As we look at the replay here, Colin, and as we see here, Aaron goes up for the shot, and then Pegram trying to get the block, and
Rock at the line here, getting ready for this one. 2 coming up. First one, bouncer pops on out. It's number 10, Dylan Ahern at the line. You don't see that very often. Missing. He's a 90.5% shooter. Might have rushed that one a bit too much, Johnny. He's got a chance for one more, but savor it. You don't see it very often.
Well, and here's the other thing, Colin. Slippery Rock's not had any fans all season at home, so it's a total different thing coming here on the road to I think probably one of the most noisiest arenas I've been in yet here at Cal U in the Convo Center.
It's a split trip there, 1 of 2 at the line for the Rock on that. They lead 58-54. Collins looking for the lob and tossed in by Lucas.
What can we say? A good ball movement by the Vulcans to find Lucas with the easy he put up.
The old semi-pro special there gets 2 on the board for Cal U. 58-56. Rock still with the lead here. 11:30 left to go in the second half of this one. Vulcans looking for the season sweep and looking to win 4 in a row against the Rock overall. Rock up close and could have gone either way there on that one. Lucas is going to pick up a foul. A lot of the officials here at home are disagreeing with that one.
Yeah, I have to agree with them on that one. And Colin, I saw all ball on that one.
It's going to be Lucas's third, and that'll be the third on Cal U as well. And we'll step aside here for a commercial break. 11:21 left to go in the second half of this one. 58-56. Rock on top of your Cal U Vulcans. Stay tuned for more men's basketball right here on CUTV on YouTube, the PSAC Network, 91.9 FM WCAL, the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And a welcome back here. 58-56, the lead for the Rock. Rock looking for an important win here, trying to find their footing. Johnny, once we get a chance here, let's take a look here at some of the scores around the PSAC on this Monday evening.
So a couple games already gone final here, Colin, as Gannon wins and locks in their playoff spot with a 79-65 win over Clarion. Shepherd also picking up a big win over Bloomsburg, 88-76.
Shepherd, not an easy team to play. We saw from that Cal U crossover game a couple of days ago here. They were not an easy team to face up against for Cal U, but good win for them as they look forward to hop into the eastern side of things.
Yep, and looks like East Stroudsburg's going to run away with this one over Lockhaven, 98-73 in that one. On Shippensburg and Mansfield in a bit of a close one on 64-52.
So here's Tyler Frederick at the line for the Rock here. This coming off of Bryson Lucas's third on Cal U in this half. Frederick, a 73.5% shooter at the line. First one's up and through. Looking for one more here. And he's got it.
Back to a 4-point lead for the Rock now.
60-56. 11-15 and running in the second half of this one. Great basketball from the Convo Center here on this Monday evening. Last few games here of the regular season as Pegram tries to drive his way inside. That one poked away. Rock getting it back on forward here with this. Around towards the far side with it now. Britt racing the floor. Now he'll hold it up top.
Looks like how you going with that man-to-man defense now.
He's in a couple of shifts here. Vulcans pick it off. Lucas just pressing the brakes here. Dumps off to Pegra. Vulcans, of course, 2 games here at home, including this one, and 1 on the road to close out this week in the regular season. And then the Rock here, 2 games on the road, and they get 1 at home. They'll be back for Senior Day against Edinburgh Wednesday evening from the Rock. Yeah, they get to close out at Mercyhurst on Saturday.
And that is not an easy place to play at.
Boy, there could be some great games up in Erie County coming up on Saturday. Of course, Cal U closing out their season against Gannon on the road on Saturday. This game here for Mercyhurst and Slippery Rock. 5 to shoot here for the Rock on this possession. 3, 2, long 3, stepping into that one. That one missing everything, so ring up a violation there on the Rock. Too much time.
And a good defense at the front there for the Vulcans. That's something they needed. They need a big turnover or big defensive stop, and they got that there again on the shot clock violation.
Time continuing to wind here. Vulcans really need to string together a couple of good possessions as they trail 60-56 with just about 9:48 left to go in the second half of this one. Of course, both teams on 4-game winning streaks individually here. One's going to have to end. Here's Pegram. slicing his way through, kick out towards the far side, looking for a three. Bouncer off the front of the rim, rebound Rock. They're getting the good looks here, Johnny. Just can't quite seem to connect from three-point land like they were in the first half.
Yeah, just don't have the shooter's touch right now. Cal U not shooting too well from the three-point line. 7 of 26.
Well, Johnny, you take a look here. 30% in the first half for Cal U, only 16% from three in the second half.
Speaking
Not
of threes,
ideal.
Hey, Slippery Rock making one, and that'll be their ninth of the game.
They'll have to try to find some better chances here. 63-56, the Vulcans trail. Pegram looking to add a three to that column here. Another miss. Alston pulls it down. Up off the glass for two. And that's something you can at least hope for here. If you can't get the three-point shooting here, Alston will be down there to try and clean it up for you. 63-58. 8:40 left in running here. A couple of double-digit scores on the court for the Vulcans. Alston now with 13. Collins with 15, Pegram with 15 as well. And look at that bounce for the Rock. That's just what you call plain old unfortunate as the Vulcans get it back. So it popped right back out. Alston stepping into a three. Off the back, fought for it. Vulcans get the offensive rebound. Back up top. Here's Pegram slicing his way through the near side. Up against one. Bouncer. Rock pulls down the miss.
And couldn't get the shooter's touch on that one.
8:05 left to go here in the second half. Vulcans benched, energized, looking to keep their starting five and all these players in this crowd into this one here. Slippery Rock bouncing out, looking for an O rebound, and they will save one here. Back to Britt. Heads up there, walk that one off. Dylan Ahern went after that one. Number 10 had it. Now they'll pass it back around here.
So
looking to go down low for some work, perhaps, and yeah, that'll actually cash in well for there. And McFall, quick two. 65-58, Vulcans back with it. Collins tried to motor his way towards the basket. Foul on the floor here. Looks like a couple subs going to make their way in here, Johnny.
Yep. Bryson Lucas going to check back into for the Vulcans. So we take a look at a couple of highlights here. Here Collins starting off with Collins on the fast break. Where he got that one to go. Followed by the three from Slippery Rock earlier on. And Phil just doing Phil stuff with the jam as he threw that one down with authority. And then here we go with the fast break one, starting with that rebound on front. Alston in with the quick lead pass and throws it up to Collins, gets the bucket and the foul on that one. And then Lucas with the alley-oop gets that one to go. One quick little touch pass there. And then Phil Alston on the rebound. Puts it up off the glass as an in for two. And here we go, as we saw. Hughes pulling up with that one. And got it to go. Down low. Take a look here one more time, calling it the regional rankings.
Well, we talked about it earlier here. Plenty of great teams to be found up and down here. Millersville, a team that I continue to say could be really scary come March if they find their way into this tournament. They've got a great couple players here. Caden Ajawi down low getting the boards for them, as well as Kari Williams, the Clarion transfer, getting it done for Millersville. But in West Virginia State, Glenn Abram, a fantastic guard for them. He has been a player so far throughout this one. And, of course, Shippensburg, tough as always. And down there, Virginia Union, you're going to see at least one team into that tournament come the end of the year from the CIAA, whoever wins their tournament at the end of the year. Played in Baltimore this year.
That's going to be an interesting tournament to watch for sure there. And we talked about Fairmont State and West Liberty, two teams that...
A fantastic overtime game they played on Saturday. And West Liberty getting the win on the road.
Even Fairmont with a short bench gave West Liberty a fight over there.
And that's just talent. We saw Fairmont State here way back at the beginning of the season. Cal U took it down to the wire. Was here scouting Fairmont State on my own here. It was a close one. 95-92. Quick lay in there. Roswell getting two on the board here. Still Rock with a 5-point lead. 65-60. 7:28 running, Johnny.
And good way to start that possession and cut the lead down to 5.
3-point chance for the Rock here off the side, and Alston pulls that one down.
It's why he's the team leader and one of the bigger rebounders here in the PSAC.
Pegram tried to feed that one for Alston. Would have been a slick feed if he could get it off here. The Rock picks it off, however. Mid-range two, off the back. Remember, if the Rock goes tumbling under the basket here, but they'll keep things moving. Collins onto the outside for Pegram. Inside, Alston gets the roll for two. Getting closer here, Johnny. 65-62, Vulcans trailing.
These last couple of games have been interesting. Slippery Rock has had the same problem that Cal U has had in the second half, is holding a lead. He now Cal U plays spoiler here and get the win.
Free try off the front. Rock fighting for it, ball's out. And it will stay apparently with the Rock here, but heads up, looks like we've got some commotion here. Looks like a foul's being issued.
I was going to say ball went out.
Thought there was going to be one.
Ball went out of play, but I think that was a warning from the referee.
Oh, yeah, you can still see head coach over there for the Rock. Good eyes, Johnny. Ian Grady in his 4th season. Looks like he might have stepped too far on the court.
Yeah, and he was almost out to the Vulcan logo. We all know, that is a big no-no.
Can't go that far. You could have some creative liberty, but just don't go too far onto the court there. Rock back with it, looking for another 3. Bouncer off the left. Both of these teams actually really starting to struggle a bit from 3, Johnny.
And that could be the deciding factor, is that one. And
goes the roll. Check it out there. You can't ask for much more than that.
That is a big bucket there, but there for.
Looks like Britt's going to pick up a foul here. It's going to be the 3rd on him.
Yeah, let's look at that replay. As we saw the replay there, big the one there for.
So here's Pegram coming up at the line. First time we've seen him so far this evening. Number 5 shooting 70.5% at the line. Cashes in and heads up down there. And I think we're going to see another foul issue.
That's
Johnny.
An offensive foul against Slippery Rock.
Well, yeah,
and that's going to be going against number 33, Tyler Frederick, as he knocked Boswell over.
It's like they tried to ramp up the pace a little bit too much here and ended up running up with a collision.
And I think, coach for Slippery Rock better watch there.
They're going to put that one on Tyler Frederick, and that's going to be the 8th on Slippery Rock here. So shots coming up at the line for Cal U.
And
it's going to set up Boswell at the line.
He's going to go shoot the 1-and-1, and he's been lights out this season.
76.2% at the line. Here comes the first try, and he can't get it, so that's going to be it for that. But they'll still put that foul on the board here. 8 for the Rock in the second half. 6:05 left to go. All square at 65 apiece. On to the inside. Bouncer. A chance. Collision. I think Alston's going to pick up a foul here. He's a few steps away from his matchup, and it looks like they'll ring one up for him. He's played well so far and very cautious. That's only going to be number 2 on Alston here and only the 4th on Cal U in the second half.
We're going to get a substitution here for the Rock. Number 20, Clifford coming back into the game for SRU.
Rock looking to inbound this one. They can't find anything. Forced to lob that one high towards the middle. All the way back towards midcourt. They can get back to it. Held up towards the near side. Stepping inside, that dark stained inside of the paint here. Ball's loose. Offensive foul rung up on the Rock.
That was big for Cal U. As we look back here on that one, Colin, and we watch, as we see, he throws that elbow.
Great look down there on camera 3, Johnny. That's going to be the 2nd personal on Lindsay, and that's number 9 on the Rock here.
One more.
It's double bonus time.
Yep. So either way, Cal U is going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the game here.
It's unfortunate there for the Rock. You're going to give away chances at free points to one of the teams in the upper echelon of the PSAC in terms of their free throw ability. 9th in the conference. They sit right now. Vulcan's back to it, looking for a bouncer. Punched up there. Rock comes down with the rebound. Still square at 65 apiece. 5:25 left to go in the second half of this one. On to the inside. Ball pops loose. We'll stay on this side of the floor with the Vulcans.
Cal U starting to be more of a ball hawk here.
I'll check myself on that one. My apologies. Staying with the Rock. That's what you got to do, Johnny, at this point in the game. You really need to ramp up the intensity, find a way to get a hold of that ball, or at least try to keep the ball from finding good shot opportunities. And that's what they're looking to do here. Plenty of rotation here for the Rock on the offensive end. They'll settle for a 3 on the far side. And when I say settle, I mean they'll go ahead and get it as Frederick drops in a 3.
And got it over top of Phil Alston, which is a difficult task.
Onto the outside, Pegram with it, back to it. Working things around. 4:50 and running here in the second half. Onto the outside, Pegram, far side 3 opportunity, looking to tie it back up. Bouncer and the Rock pulls it down. They lead 68-65. Time continuing to wind here in this one. 4:40 and running in the second half. We are in for quite the finish here.
This is going to be another one of those thrillers that goes down to the wire. Here, this will be the 4th or 5th one I've seen here this season.
Back to it here, drawing a double. Stepping up and looking for some defense, and now a chance for one more for the Rock at the line. McFall took quite a hit there on his way with the reverse layup, and now he'll have a chance for one more.
And
Looks like they'll get Keith Psac for that one. Only the first on him, 5th on Cal U.
And if I'm Jonathan McFall, I'd be careful. Walked over towards the Cal U bench and kind of gave a little bit of a taunt.
He'll
And
step up here. He's an 80% shooter. Looking for the three-point play. Got it. 71-65. Rock with the lead here. And looks like the Vulcans will opt for the rolling inbound to save a couple seconds on the clock here. Down to 4:15. Continuing to move. Vulcans' 4-game winning streak in the season and against the Rock overall on the line here. Back out, and some physicality on the way inside there for the Vulcans. It was Psac fighting for that one, and a foul's going to be called, and I do believe it will be on him.
And it's going to go against Psac here.
He's going to get number 2, and that'll be the 6th on Cal U in this half. So Cal U almost had a chance here where they're going to start giving away some free throws at the line if they keep this up.
Yeah, both teams getting a little aggressive out there.
Quite the opposite from the first half we saw. 4 minutes left to go here. I always like to say, Johnny, these are the kind of games that are a measure of character. When you get this close here, good teams find a way to persevere and win games that are really close like this in the late stages. We'll see if the Vulcans can continue with that, as they've struggled a bit towards the beginning of the season with those kind of games, but the Rock adding 2 more. Makes it 73-65. 3.5 minutes left here.
Some of the referees here looking for a traveling call there.
Pegram working it around. He has it back up top towards the middle. He'll try a 3. Bouncer. Loose. Collins looking to save it, and can. Back to Pegram. Great effort from Zion. He'll get it back. Thinking about a 3. Hesitates, steps in, kick it back around. Back up top for Pegram. Great ball movement here. A 3 look for Cal U off the front. Fought for. They get their own rebound. Put up. Foul called on the way up. So 2 coming up at the line for Boswell.
And that was a bit. It's going to be 2 big free throws coming up here for the Vulcans as we watch there. You see the contact behind him. And we're going to take a look while we got a moment here, calling it a couple highlights. Starting with at the Boswell inbound layup. And then here we go. Phil Alston with the put up jumper and gets the extra one in for that. And then Pegram gets the floater to go. And then here SRU's reclaimed the lead with that one for 3. Got it to go. And then followed up here with the reverse layup up to get that one to go. And get the foul on that call. And then here this one and to put the Rock up by 8. The give and go. Reverse layup off the glass. While we also have a moment here, Colin, let's not forget to follow the Cal Vulcan's Twitter page at Cal Vulcan. Is Matt Kiefer and Trey Stoss do a great job over there for us.
Great couple of guys over there in sports information here at Cal U. They really do a great job to cover all the great sports that the Vulcans have to offer. Make sure
you follow all their Twitter and Instagram at Cal Vulcans. And don't forget to follow CUTV on Twitter. They're at CUTV_PA and on Instagram at Cal.
While you're at it, let's go for the big 3 and get a like on the Facebook page as well, like California University Television. All the socials. Got to make sure you're locked in so you can follow Cal U down the stretch here this week.
And YouTube's not being a pain. Follow us on CUTV Sports.
We got them all, man. I'll tell you what. Boswell at the line here. That's going to be number 12. He's 0 of 1 so far this evening at the line. First one, couple bounces, but it finds its way through. This, of course, coming off Bobby Clifford's 2nd, and that is the 10th for Slippery Rock here in this half. So double bonus time for the final 3:10 in this one. Both are good for Boswell. Important couple makes there, Johnny. Makes it 73-67. Rock still in the lead, however. Have to get tough here. Cal U is on the defensive effort. Force a couple of misses, maybe some turnovers. Had a chance there at one at least. Rock still trying to get it across midcourt, and they find a way finally to get it through here.
CalU playing that full court trap now. Looks like they're going to shift back into a 3-2 zone motion defense.
Now they'll rumble their way inside. Whoa! Tried to feed that one down low and was getting towards it was Frederick that bounced off his hand, and that one flew almost the whole way towards the back of the Convo Center. They got it back, and Vulcans will get the ball. Let it roll a bit here, trying to save some time. 2:47 left, and now the clock will start and run. Far side. Collins. A lot of contact there, trying to work it through. Ball bouncing, ends up with Boswell. He'll go in for two. Blocked away at the rim. Right back into the hands of Lucas, though. 10 to shoot here for the Vulcans. Collins takes a couple hits on the way inside. Good off the glass for two. 73-69.
We're going to get a timeout on the call here. Good ball movement. And CalU getting some luck here. There's the even though that was a block shot. But as we watch here the replay of that one from Collins. And CalU had some good ball movement and got lucky as that ball got swatted away and into the hands of Bryson Lucas.
Yeah, very lucky indeed here.
Well, we got a moment. We're going to talk about something with our friends from the theater department with an exit pursued by a bear. They're coming to Steel Hall here soon, so make sure you follow the theater department for that one. And for more info, also, don't forget the upcoming schedule for CalU. Looking at the road ahead,
Johnny, it is going to be an exciting couple games to close out the season here.
Yeah, this
Getting
is
back to it Wednesday evening. It'll be Mercyhurst coming to town. Vulcans looking for the sweep over the Lakers in the regular season. You might see them again in the postseason. You never know. Things could play out that way. And then on the road at Gannon on Saturday at 3 p.m. tip from formerly known as the Hammerhill Center. Just got renamed earlier. I believe it's the Highmark Center for events now. But there it is. You can see it. Both of those games on there. Hard to believe we're already close to the end of the regular season.
I know. Earlier on we were talking about that we had like 20 games left to go. And now we're down to 2. And then postseason play. But every one of these games is counting for CalU going ahead.
It's just been nice to be able to get back here and enjoy another CalU Vulcans basketball game with you guys. It's nice to be able to fit it into my schedule here. Of course, working around with Frostburg State Athletics, my new home. Always great to find a way back here and spend some time with you guys.
And we appreciate whenever you are able to come up.
We've got a big game on our hands here, Johnny. Let's get back to it. 2:22 left to go. Doubled up in the coffin corner, and it's going to force Slippery Rock out of bounds. Ball back to the Vulcans, and that's what you need.
Big turnover here as we look at the replay. Watch this on the inbound. Boswell and Lucas get the trap there on number 4, or McFall, and he just steps on the line there.
Alston's got it back. Let's see if the Vulcans can find some clutch points to be had here. Zion Collins towards the top of the key, back up. Pegram towards the near side, feed down low for Alston. He's got a one-on-one matchup. Got fouled on the way up, so Phil steps up to the line here soon. Already in double bonus territory here, 10-plus team fouls. That's going to be the third on Frederick for the Rock.
CalU looking for that first sweep of the season and against Slippery Rock for the first time since the 2010 season. And so well over 10 years since we've had a sweep of the Rock.
First one through for Alston at the line. One more coming up. It's a 3-point ball game. Rock still in the lead. Could be down to 2 if Phil can drop this one. And he sure can. It's at 73-71. Rock with the advantage here. Only 2:07 left to go.
And they're going to get Brent Pegram say he reached in on that one.
That's one of those, however, Johnny, that you can't really necessarily be mad at there. If you get a hold of that ball, that's going to change the complexion of this game. But either way, that's going to be only the second here on Pegram. That'll be number 7 on the Vulcans here in this half. Rock coming to the line here. Plenty of noise to be had from the Convo Center. First one up and good for Britt at the line. The PSAC Players of the Week is Britt. Here comes number 2. It's only a 79.6% shooter and gets the roll and drops them both. 75-71. Rock back on top here. Not much time left to be had here. 2 whole minutes here from the Convo Center. Boswell back out. Collins feels some pressure, dumps that one back off. Give and go between those two. Collins looking for a bank 2, missing that one. Rock on top of it. They're falling down, however. Ball's scrambled for. And I think the Vulcans are going to get a hold of this one here and immediately call it. Yep, they did get a hold of it here, and the Vulcans, good move there by Coach Sandcombe, calling a timeout to preserve that ball, Johnny.
And that's only the second timeout for the Vulcans here. So they still have plenty of timeouts left. And I'll talk some things over here, or how to get some points back here, or for sure.
You can take a look here. The PSAC West, both of these teams right next to each other in those standings, Johnny.
Yeah, Cal U with a win moves up in the stand. And Slippery Rock, who's trying to get where Cal U has to win out the rest of the week in order to get it in that 4th spot. But Cal U trying to come back here, or as we have 2 of the PSAC players of the week here. They're looking for this one.
You don't see them going head-to-head very often here, but what an enjoyable night of basketball it's been here from the Convo Center. A win in conference play would do wonders here for the Rock, sitting at 5th right now, to be able to fend off Gannon towards the end of the stretch here and essentially put themselves in the right footing to hold on to that 5 spot in the West heading into the conference tournament. Ready to go here. Vulcans looking to inbound the ball from the far side of the floor. Minute 43 left to go. Psac back to Pegram. Pegram sliding his way inside there, finds Boswell. Kick back out for Psac for 3 off the side. Rock pulling it down here. Collision, a couple of Rock players on the floor here, and a foul call. It'll be Boswell for the Vulcans getting rung up here.
We look here,
the first for him, and it's going to be the 8th on Cal U here in this half.
Look here at the foul call. We see Boswell, reaching in, trying to steal the ball, and just got a little too much contact there. And they're going to get him every time for that one.
Rock back to the line. Everyone getting loud here in the Convo Center, looking for a miss from McFall. He's 1 of 1 so far at the line. First one is good on the 1-and-1, so he'll get a chance for one more here. Five-point lead for the Rock, looking to make it 6. And they can, 77-71. They've got the advantage, and the Rock will go for a timeout here. Only a minute 29 left to go in this one, Johnny. It's going to be tough for Cal U to find their way back into this one, but never say never.
Yeah, we've seen in games with crazier things happen for sure. Or as we look one more time at these regional rankings here in the Atlantic side of the bracket. Right now, Cal U who could move up or down on here or in the next couple of days, but we'll see how things shake out going forward. As we expect them to at least move up 1 spot for sure after a big win at UPJ last week, as we're waiting on the updated ones. And a very important one. And they'll see Mercyhurst here on Wednesday. And there's a possible chance we could see UPJ or Mercyhurst again later on down the road here or in not only the conference tournament, but possibly in the regional tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see how things shake out here. And Cal U, I know, looking to get some sort of offensive play going here for them. Slippery Rock trying to keep this one clean going forward.
Waiting for both of these teams to break huddle here. If you're Cal U, Johnny, you find a way to drop this game. I guess the best way to put it here, you've got to be right back on your toes for Wednesday. It's not your normal Wednesday, Saturday slate here. You're back on your toes Wednesday evening, taking on the Lakers.
And as we all know, Mercyhurst is not an easy team to beat. We saw how much of a dogfight they were in up at Mercyhurst earlier this season.
Yep, here we go. Back to it. Pegram with it. Minute 25 and running in the second half. Not much time left for the Vulcans. They're going to need something. Looking for Alston down low. He'll go up. Tough make there. Drops it in right under the hoop for 2. Makes it 73-77. Rock still with the lead here. See if the defense can ramp it up here for the Vulcans now with 1:10 and running. Almost had a chance to force the turnover there. Now we'll try to get across. It looks like we'll play the foul game here as Psac slaps the tag off.
Yeah, and Coach Sankum saying that, and that was 5 seconds.
It was darn close, I'll tell you what.
That'll be the 9th foul against the Vulcans as Psac now with 3 He
Third
on
for
even.
Psac as well, Johnny. McFall back at the line. Still perfect so far, 3 of 3. Make him 4 of 4. Looking to stay perfect. And he can. Those are the makes that you want to look for as a team as they're up 79-73 now is the Rock. 1:04 left to go here in this one. Collins back out. Pegram back out for Collins. Collins looking for a 3 on the far side. Bouncer off the front. McFall comes down with the rebound and a foul called. I believe it's going to be Psac picking up another one here.
And if you're Coach Sankum, you might want to get somebody in there for it. And with 4 fouls now.
That's double bonus now for Cal U. 10 team fouls on both sides.
Jonathan McFall at the line, 2 shots.
13 of 16 the Rock is at the line so far in this one. You can't ask for much more of a better day than that. And there's another one that they can add to the make total.
That's not a guy you want to foul neither.
They're making these chances in the second half count is the Rock. Over 90% at the line in the second half, Johnny. Push them up to 92% with those makes here. They're up 81-73, under a minute left here. Pegram leans into a 3 off the side. Alston comes down with the rebound. Second chance, clanks it in off the glass for 2. 81-75. Looks like Coach Sandcombe's going to want a timeout here.
And all the Vulcans looking for a foul after that one. But they're not going to get it.
We've seen crazier things here, but it's definitely going to be a difficult task for the Vulcans to try to find their way back close to tying this one, and maybe, who knows, have a chance to win one late.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. A couple people are starting to leave. I'm sitting here like, this is going to be an interesting one going down the stretch. I'd hold on, wouldn't leave just yet, folks.
Reminds me a lot of the January 6th, 2020 matchup between these two teams on the road, where Brent Pegram won that one against the Rock on the road with a buzzer beater. It was a whole lot of fun. I remember being there courtside for that one. Couldn't believe it. Still one of my favorite Cal U clips I've seen to this day.
That was a wild one. And actually, I think it got mentioned on SportsCenter for that one, too, if I remember correctly. He shot that one from the coach's block, and the basketball gods said it shall go. And the Cal U ended up winning that one.
We're going to need some help from the basketball gods here to close out this one, or at least bring it back to a tie. 47 seconds left to go.
I'll take the tie first and deal with 10 minutes of overtime.
We'll get to overtime eventually. 5 minutes on the clock for that. Saw an overtime game myself earlier this year, Frostburg State and Concord from Bobcat Arena. Had a lot of fun with it.
And that's one thing we've not seen yet this season.
Back to it, Britt being chased by 2. They'll force him over towards the far side, forcing a turnover. Alston has it, bounced off his head there, looking for Pegram. Might need to slow things down a bit here. You don't want to turn it over. Boswell back for Pegram, far side 3 try. Can he get it? Bouncer off, fought for Lucas, drops it in for 2. Getting closer here, 81-77, only 28 seconds left. Shot clock's off here. Vulcans will bring the pressure. And a foul will be registered to someone here. Looks like it'll be Boswell. Second on Boswell. Over 10 for both of these teams here.
I think if you're him, you make
Frankie Hughes coming to the line now. 1 of 3 so far this evening at the line for Hughes.
And you got to wonder
the right
if this
person
noise
you
is
want to
gonna
have
get
at the line. However, he heard me talking a bit about that one, drops that one in. 82-77 the Rock lead. Only 25 seconds left here. It's only 1 of 2 players so far for the Rock to miss a shot at the line. Everyone else perfect up to this point. Hughes number 2, good.
Are you going to use another timeout? Or excuse me, Slippery Rock's going to call the timeout here. Here to talk defensive strategy. Cal U, who I believe has 2 left on the card for timeout and they're going to have to come up with something here and come up with it quick.
But make sure you come back here Wednesday evening to the Convo Center for the matchup against the Mercyhurst Lakers. Another one that's going to mean much more, if not more than it already did, depending on how this game ends up.
Yeah, Cal, you definitely going to be keeping an eye on these scoreboards on Wednesday night for sure, as they will host Mercyhurst. UPJ takes on Seton Hill. Clarion's at IUP. So
lots of great games on the slate.
And then the Rock also has to deal with Edinburgh at home.
Shepherd, though, that could be a good one on Wednesday. Two tough teams. Bloomsburg and Kutztown could actually be a great one as well on that Wednesday evening slate.
And
I'll be keeping my eyes on this game on Wednesday on CUTV's YouTube page.
And also, let's not forget about Millersville, that wild card team here in the region.
Back to it here. Pegram towards the far side. Shot clock's off here for the final 20. Try to kick that one back for Alston. Alston gets the roll, and he'll step to the line. That's an important one.
Let's look at that one. And here, starting in with Pegram driving here. Here dumps it. Looks for the basket. It gets the lucky. He touches. Slippery Rock tips it away, and Alston gets that one to fall.
McFall picking up his second personal for the Rock. Here's Alston looking for the old-fashioned three. He can sure get that one. Now 6 of 7 from the line. 83-80. Rock with the lead. Time continuing to dwindle here. Only 18 seconds left.
And a 5-second violation.
Yeah, we were wondering if we were going to see it here at some point, Johnny. Nope. Dave called a timeout in time.
Oh, I guess I did not see that, but I heard everyone counting down to 5, and I thought we got the 5-second violation, but it looks like Slippery Rock called a timeout with literally a split second there.
That was a smart play call right there. I guess play preserving, the best way to put it here. That's what you got to do. You have to make sure that you can pay attention. You have to have a clear mind, clear thoughts in this part of the game here. It feels like a game that we would see in March at this point in time. We're still in February.
Yep. We talk about March Madness. We got some
February craziness.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as great, but you know what? I like it nonetheless.
Right now, this game is about as crazy as the weather has been all week outside. So, what do we expect here, or nonetheless?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a great walk down the main street of California University of Pennsylvania, making my way to the Convo Center. 60 degrees and sunny. What else can you ask for? But back to it here, and they did get a timeout in time, did the Rock, so they will have a chance to try and re-inbound this one. Still 18 seconds left on the clock. Rock with the lead by 3, 83-80. They've got it, and it looks like Collins will get the foul off in time here. That'll be his third.
And that's going to be Hughes going to the line to shoot for the Rock.
Back again here, 3 of 5 so far this evening.
Start here, the Cal U faithful will get in the Convo Center loud here.
Everyone wants them to bring it here from the line. Here comes the first one. Good. That was an important make there, Johnny. Rock up now 84-80. Takes it out of the one possession range.
Looks like we're going to have a little switch of possession there. As Pegram's going to leave the block, and Collins will take his spot in the lane.
Hughes looking for his 24th point of the ball game here at the line. Missed off the back. Here's Alston with it. 15 seconds and running. Vulcans trail by 4, 84-80. Boswell shuffles inside. Back up for Collins. Collins takes a knock. They're going to say it was on the floor. Either way, up at the line coming up here. 10 team fouls apiece.
Yeah, we'll take a look here at that one. And as he kicked it out, we thought Collins got the three. But they're going to say he made contact with the Rock player.
Well, here we go. Zion Collins back at the line. He's 2 of 2 so far this evening.
Oh, got to make that one.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything here. We'll see if he can get another one coming up here. Brings it back to within one possession with a make. This is off of Britt's 4th, by the way, for the Rock.
And he gets that one to go.
He's getting one there. That's important. Makes it 84-81. 9.9 seconds left here. Counting out loud here. Forced over towards the corner.
This will be another foul against Cal U.
It'll be Alston getting his third. So here's Frederick back at the line. He's 4 of 4 so far. Rock shooting 81% so far the entire game at the line. However, 88% in the second half.
It's getting loud in here.
First one's good. Chance for one more. Puts the lead back into a bit of safety territory here for the Rock. They're up 85-81. Looking to make it 86-81. Missing it off the back. Not much time left here. 5, 4, 3. Pegram leans into one. Bouncer off the side, and Rock comes down with it, and a foul called with 0.3 left on the clock. And Slippery Rock is going to come into the Convo Center and steal one on the road.
This is the second time we've seen this season, and a team come in here and steal one from the Vulcans. And his last one time this happened was against UPJ.
Lucas picking up his fourth, puts the Rock back at the line. A couple more chances here late. Here comes the first, and that one through. Makes it 87-81. It's Clifford at the line. It was first one of the afternoon, of evening, I guess I should say here. Drops that one in. Only a 55% shooter, dropping in both. And that will close things out here as Slippery Rock comes into the Convo Center on the road and picks up an important win for themselves, 87-81. Slippery Rock improves to 16-10. They're now 12-8 within the PSAC. Cal U falling to 19-7, 14-6 within the PSAC. Johnny, any final thoughts here about this one before we wrap it all up?
Well, it's going to get more interesting on Wednesday now. When Cal U hosts Mercyhurst. So
make sure you come back and join us for that one, Johnny. Well, join you, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
7:30 here from the Convo Center against the Lakers, looking to take the season series against the nationally top 25 ranked Mercyhurst program. Thank you to all the Vulcan fans for joining us here. As always, thank you to everybody a part of this student crew making their way out here and doing a great effort as always. Thank you to Director Gary Smith for having me back. Great to be with you guys here. Hopefully I get a chance to return later on in the season and towards the playoff push. But for my color commentator, Jonathan Sakaguchi, I'm Colin Kirkwood. Good night, California, and we'll see you again soon.